Hey, I'm Jocelyn, and this is my very dear friend Sandra, and we've been making cocktails every Friday for you guys for a minute, and we just thought we would give you guys some tools, some basics, so as you build your bar, you can kind of like see different options and know some of the technical terms and just learn about what you need when bartending. So let's get started with the very basic is your shaker. Or well, no, first we gotta measure things.
You gotta measure things first.
This is called a jigger, and there are different kinds and different sizes.
And this is sort of the basic style.
Right.
This is great. Some have just one side. You can see this is two-sided, so each cup this is a half ounce and this is an ounce. They come in different sizes. You get a 2 ounce and a 1 ounce or whatever. Some, if you have, for example, a 2 ounce, it may have a 1 ounce line to help you visualize your smaller measurements. So you really need a good basic tool like this so you know how to put the proper amounts.
Yeah.
If you've been watching our videos, you've been seeing me use mine. This was a gift to me many years ago. It's also a different type of measure. It's a tickling sugar, so it's nice because you can sit on here.
It's so cool.
They're not easy to find. I just wanted, if you've been watching faithfully, and I hope that you have, for you to understand that this and this do the same
They're
thing.
the same thing, but I want one of these so badly and I can't find one anywhere. Actually, I did find one, but it was sterling silver and it was like ridiculously expensive. It was far fancier, but it was an amazing thing, and I just,
But you don't need this.
You don't need it.
Will work for you. So
Yes.
I would recommend either a 2 and a 1 or a 1 and a 1/2. So that's a great first basic tool.
I want to also say that as a bartender, in most bars, they have one that has like a lip that kind of is rolled, and usually that is like, let's say it's 1.5 on this side. At the bottom of that lip, it would be 1.25, and it would be 3/4 and half at the bottom of the lip. So sometimes those marks are embedded into it and with a number or something, but sometimes it's literally just the roll of the thing and that's how you know. Okay, so second most important thing you need
is a good shaker. So I've had this one 20 years. It's a good tight shaker. I would do some research. There are a lot of inexpensive shakers out there that when you start to shake, they don't make a good seal, and that your beverage is going to come out all over you and your friends.
It's going to be a mess.
It's not cool.
And this one I can vouch for because I've drank thousands of cocktails out of that.
Thousands. I've made thousands of cocktails.
And I've drank thousands of cocktails. Maybe not thousands, but several. Right? So
totally. So this has a built-in strainer, so when you put your ice and maybe herbs or other solid flavorings in the shaker, when you go to pour, only your cocktail is going to pour out. Always be sure to put this on in 2 parts. You want to do 1, 2, because if you don't, watch, the pressure from putting it on that way just it won't give you a good seal, and then you're going to end up without.
But you know what? That's actually a really good sign that you have a good seal. Right? So if the top does pop off like that, that means that you got something that is well made and it's going to stay together and not make a mess.
Do your research. Read reviews of products out there before you buy. And they don't have to be expensive, but you can spend the same kind of money and get not a good product. So
and then you just have to buy another one, and it just costs you a lot more than it should have. So
here we have a different.
Right, and so this is a different take on, and this is what I used in most bars. Occasionally, our bars would have that, but for the most part, we had a tin, a strainer, and a mixing glass. And these 3 things do what that shaker does all in one. So, it's a little funky, but anyway, you would make your drink, and however, if you want to do it in your mixing glass. This one actually has recipes on the side, but I love this one, not for the recipes, but for all the ounce marks. It's got ounces and half ounces marked on the side, so that's really great. So I'll build my drink in this or this, depending upon which I feel like, and you just throw this in here and it sticks, and you shake and you shake. And the reason this one's great is because this mixing glass has a rubber seal and it has a rubber edge, and so it seals really nicely. And just so that you know, if you get one of these kind, when you're shaking, the smaller thing should be on top and the bigger thing should be on the bottom, so that if it does, because sometimes this will wiggle a little and you'll get less of a good seal, and then it'll run back into your glass and not get all over the place. So you should know that. So you've got, you made your drink and you've shaken it all up, and this is how you pour it all out and strain it. So, you know, these little things, they can also fit into most of these glasses too. They're kind of interchangeable.
Right. That's what the strain does. Is it helps it expand and contract into various sizes.
Right. So.
And you call this a mixing glass, and I'm glad you did, because sometimes your drink is stirred, not shaken.
Right.
And sometimes you want to be, and you can I will use this as a mixing glass.
Yep.
But you can pour your ingredients in, and then you take your spoon and you stir rather than. So having this set this is a nice setup if you're going to start it.
Yeah, and I got this, I mean, I don't know if I got this in college or like in my single life pre-marking kids, but it's been around for a minute and it's still in really good shape. And this is another tool.
So this is an iced teaspoon. All Southern girls I know have them. But you can also get a bar spoon. You'll see in recipes, put a bar spoon of this. And a bar spoon is typically about a teaspoon measure, but you can see that the handle's quite long. You can often get a bar spoon in a kit that might come with a bar spoon.
This one came with a bar spoon, but I don't know where that bar spoon went. I mean, it's been gone for years, but bar spoons, we should talk about that. A proper bar spoon is like twisted in it through here, and it is usually about a teaspoon, but it's got a big flat round spoon body, like the bowl of it is flat and round. And those things are for doing things like floating different kinds of liqueurs and things like that. So they have a purpose. It's not just that they look kind of cool. But you know what? Mine disappeared years ago. So this is my bar spoon. Because it's just a nice teaspoon. And
you can get started with this. You can find, like I said, sets out there that'll have several basic tools to get you started. But a bar spoon, because you don't want to use a regular teaspoon, because then you're having
your fingers are in someone's drink, and that's gross.
So you just get a long handled spoon to get you started.
So stirring. Let's talk about stirrers.
So mine is glass.
Hers is fancy. I have about 400 of these. They came in a pack from my local liquor store. I love stir sticks in my drinks. I don't like straws. I don't even think I own straws, but I love to. This works for stirring in these things too a little bit. But in my glass, I just like to fiddle with it and move things around and drink it like that too. I kind of hold this back while I'm holding the drink in my hand. Yeah, and
I use this one often as I'm making the drink, because as you pour alcohol and different things in, alcohol is light, it floats, and then if you have ice, sometimes it's separating the thing you put on top, and it needs a push or it needs a stir to get it going. So sometimes I'm using these to make the drink, but then as you're drinking your drink, especially if it has ice, having something to continue to stir it with, or Bloody Mary, for example, because there's so many ingredients in there, and you really want it to stay good and nicely mixed. So it's nice to be able to have a stir that you can keep right in your glass.
Yeah.
These were a gift. Also, I've had those for years. These are fine. I like glass. I find it a little more environmentally friendly. People will walk away with your plastic ones and throw them away.
I wash those.
Yeah,
because they last for a long time.
Yeah, So and they are recyclable. But if you have a virgin plastic, there are metal ones. There are all kinds of things. And also, you can use a piece of fruit or vegetable, like a celery stick, depending on your cocktail.
Or you could always just use your bar spoon.
You can use a spoon.
Sometimes you like to send your drink out to your friends with something to stir it as they're drinking it. So those are nice to have. Okay, so we've gone through stirrers and how we measure and how we shake and strain and everything else. But when you are making cocktails, often inside you've got to muddle things. This is called a muddler. It's that when you buy a kit, typically it will come with either a wooden, sometimes a plastic, but usually it's a wooden.
Wood really, I
wood's
think,
the best.
works better.
I agree. Some of them will look like just a baseball bat. This one is a great one because it's got these spiky things at the bottom there. And that really helps to release the oils like in mint and things. So you just kind of push it down. I'll do it in this, you can see. You just kind of push this down on the thing and twist. And it's kind of just a jam and twist motion. And it will sort of help macerate some of the herbs and fruits too that are in your drink. So a muddler is a good thing to have. If you don't have one, if it doesn't come with your kit, you can kind of try and use your bar spoon. It doesn't do quite the same job, but it'll get by in a pinch.
And I think last but
not last, close to last,
but not least, we have, this is a pick, it's a metal pick, so things like olives, cocktail onions, a piece of fruit, whatever that's going to garnish your drink. Mine is metal. You can use a toothpick, so just make sure that if you're going to have a party, you're going to entertain someone special, and you are planning to have a garnished or picked fruit or other item in your drink that you have, if you don't have to buy metal, but just don't forget to have toothpicks or whatever to put.
So those are really great things to have, and I love that you have beautiful metal ones. Someday I'm going to find a set of them somewhere in an antique mall or a thrift store or something someplace. So
this tool is so great. I think I've used 2 pounds of lemons to make cocktails in about the last week. And
we filmed a lot at one time, and so when you do that, squeezing with your hand is fine and it totally works, but
this is so much more effective.
This is so much more efficient and easier on the arms and the muscles and everything else. So
it's a great tool. You cut your lemon in half, you put it open side down,
and the flat side,
press, and everything will come out right into your shaker, into your measure, or however you need to do it.
There's no seeds.
And this will trap your seeds. I have a different version. It's sort of the tabletop with the domey thing sticking
push
up.
and turn, right?
Yeah, it's a lot more work. It was my grandmother's, so I use it. It is a lot more work, and then I have to take an extra step and strain the seeds out. It totally works. I'm going to keep using it forever.
Except that, you know what? I just sent her home with one of these because I had an extra one, so you're going home with that.
So, anyway, this is a good tool. They're not expensive, but they're a great tool to add to your...
I think I got a set of the larger one for oranges, the yellow one for lemons, and they have a smaller green one for limes. And I think I got that set on sale at TJ Maxx for like $6. Okay.
Super inexpensive.
I mean,
makes
it
your
is.
life so much
and
easier.
Get a good quality. Like if you can, pick it up and make sure it's fairly heavy. You don't want. I've seen some that are just like really light plastic. You want something that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, you definitely want metal for this. And if you've been watching these videos, you've seen us put
fresh lemon in everything.
Lemon and lime juice.
Yes.
It really helps if it's fresh, and you will find it really just doesn't take any effort to take your lemon, cut it, do the thing, and move on with your life.
And it's kind of nice, like as we've made these videos, Sandra and I have used, like we said, an inordinate amount of fresh lime and lemon juice. So we just squeeze tons of that and we put it in little jars. And she and I are both the kind of people, we save jars and things to use them everywhere.
Like this.
There you go. So, I mean, when you get a jar, instead of throwing it in the trash or the recycle bin, you can keep it and squeeze all your juice, throw it in a funnel, and put it in your refrigerator, and it'll last forever, and you're ready at any given point in time.
It doesn't last forever.
Well, not forever. That was a colloquialism.
But upcycling is a great, it's a great thing for all of us to do. Right. And so to come up with an interesting container for your juice. And, I just pop in the fridge. I always have my simple syrup, my lemon, my lime on hand.
Honey syrup. My mother-in-law always has her mojito syrup, which is like a lime mint syrup. I mean, everybody's got their own thing, right? So you'll find that your drinks, the ones that you really love, are going to call for certain things all the time. So this is a great way to kind of be prepared for those things.
And it makes drink, you come home at the end of the day, you're tired, you don't maybe want to deal with fruit, but look, you don't have to. You've already done that.
And it tastes better than the stuff you get in a plastic bottle. And you know what? That's fine and it works. But I also feel like if we're using real fruits, I'm also not using a whole bunch of extra plastic bottles that are bad for the environment. So I know that sounds silly, but it actually makes sense, right? We keep those things in our mind, little steps, we're going to make a big impact. So these are your basic bar tools, and this is a good way to start building your bar. If you have questions about any of this, you can write me on the Simply Jocelyn Facebook page. You can DM me on Instagram at Jocelyn Wolters World, or you can leave it down in the comments below. But remember, I have 2 kids and a Mark, so sometimes it takes me a minute to get back to you, but I'll do my very best to do so. Until then, I hope you enjoy the cocktails that we're doing every Friday. We've had a lot of fun making them, and they will be out for at least a year.
That's right.
We made a year's worth of cocktails. Anyway, so thanks for joining us. We will see you again, and have a good one. Bye.
Cheers.